Astral travel, a journey beyond reality. Astral travel is an experience in which a person feels that their consciousness separates from their physical body and travels to other realities or levels of existence. This concept appears in various spiritual and mystical traditions, from esotericism and occultism to Buddhism and Sufism. From a philosophical perspective, we can see it as an experience that challenges our ordinary perception of reality. If consciousness can detach from the body, then are we merely physical beings? Could there be a deeper dimension to existence beyond the material world perceived by our senses? Even if astral travel is merely a product of the mind, it reveals that our perception of ourselves and the world is not as stable as we think. If we can experience another level of existence, what does that mean for the concept of reality? From a psychological perspective, some scientists attribute astral travel to hallucinations or states such as hypnagogia, the transitional state between wakefulness and sleep. The experience of astral projection may be linked to brain function and the way we perceive our body in space. Some neuroscientists argue that it might be a sense of depersonalization created by the brain itself. From a mystical perspective, many traditions support the idea that humans possess an astral body, an energetic double that can detach and travel to other dimensions. According to this view, astral projection serves as proof that consciousness is not bound to the physical body and can explore higher planes of existence. What if it's something else? If astral travel is neither a natural phenomenon nor a mere illusion, then what could it be? Perhaps it is a different state of existence, an intermediate space between wakefulness and sleep, consciousness and the unconscious, matter and spirit. Maybe it acts as a bridge between the individual and the cosmic mind. Ultimately, the truth about astral travel depends on one's worldview. Whether you see it as a spiritual journey or a neurological experience, one thing is certain: it challenges the limits of reality that we take for granted. Astral travel in ancient texts and traditions. The idea of astral travel, or the departure of consciousness from the body, appears in many ancient texts and traditions across different cultures. Although the terminology varies, the fundamental concept of the soul or the subtle body traveling to other realms is common among many religions and philosophies. 1. Ancient Greece and Neoplatonism. Ancient Greek philosophers such as Plato spoke of the existence of an immaterial soul that can detach from the body. In his work Phaedo, Plato describes the soul as immortal and capable of traveling to other planes of existence. Plotinus, 3rd century A.D., the great Neoplatonist philosopher, developed the idea of the soul's ascent beyond the physical world through spiritual practice and self-knowledge. Neoplatonists believed that the soul could rise beyond the material realm and unite with the divine. 2. Ancient Egypt and the Book of the Dead. The ancient Egyptians believed in the existence of Ka and Ba, two aspects of the soul. The Ba was often depicted as a bird with a human head and was believed to be capable of leaving the body and wandering in other worlds, both during sleep and after death. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, there are descriptions of the soul's post-mortem journey and the trials it must undergo to attain immortality. 3. Hinduism and Yoga. In the Vedic texts and the Upanishads, there is the idea of Sukshma Sharira, the subtle body that can separate from the physical body. In yogic practice, especially in Raja Yoga and Tantra, advanced yogis are believed to be able to detach their consciousness from the body and travel to higher levels of existence. This technique is known as yogic sleep, or samadhi, and many claim that it brings experiences similar to astral travel. 4. Tibetan Buddhism and the Tibetan Book of the Dead. In Tibetan Buddhism, there is the teaching of Bardo, the intermediate states between life, death, and reincarnation. The Tibetan Book of the Dead describes how consciousness can freely travel outside the body and roam through different realms. Tibetan monks practice techniques of meditation and lucid dreaming, through which they can consciously enter other dimensions and experience astral travel. 5. Shamanism and out-of-body experiences. Shamans from various cultures, from Siberia and North America to South America and Africa, report experiences of soul journeys into other realities. This is often achieved through 1. Ritual dances and ecstatic practices. The use of herbs or hallucinogenic plants, e.g. ayahuasca, peyote. 3. rhythmic drumming, and sound frequencies that induce altered states of consciousness. Shamans describe how their soul leaves the body and travels to the upper world or the underworld, where they encounter spiritual guides and entities. 6. Jewish and Christian tradition. In Kabbalah, the idea of Merkabah refers to the elevation of the soul through mystical practices. 2. In Orthodox Christian tradition, there are accounts of monks and saints experiencing ecstasy and separation of the soul from the body. 2. Saints such as Saint Paisios and Saint Simeon. The New Theologian describe visions of divine light and spiritual encounters. The concept of astral travel is not merely a modern mystical myth, but a timeless and global experience. From ancient Greek philosophers and Egyptian priests to Indian yogis and Siberian shamans, the idea that consciousness can leave the body and explore other realms has been deeply rooted in many cultures. Perhaps this reveals something about the nature of the mind and existence. Maybe it is a psychological experience, or perhaps a spiritual truth, or both. One thing is certain. Astral travel continues to fascinate us and push us to ask deeper questions about our true nature and the essence of reality. Who are we really? And what is the ultimate truth of existence? What can we learn through astral travel? Astral travel is presented as an experience that can provide various forms of knowledge, both on a personal and a transcendental level. If we assume that consciousness can indeed detach from the physical body and explore other realities, then there is much that one could potentially learn. Below are some possible dimensions of knowledge that may be acquired through astral travel. 1. Self-knowledge and spiritual growth. Deeper understanding of the self. During astral projection, many report feeling liberated from the limitations of physical existence. This can lead to a new perspective on the true nature of the self. Understanding the true nature of consciousness. It may provide answers to the question, am I only my body or something more? Liberation from the fear of death. If astral travel is genuinely an experience of consciousness leaving the body, then it could serve as a practice for the soul's transition after physical death, as suggested in Tibetan Buddhism. Exploration of other realities and dimensions, encountering higher realms of existence. Some claim they can visit astral planes where they meet luminous beings, spiritual masters, or even libraries of knowledge such as the Akashic Records. Perception of the non-physical world. If astral travel is beyond a mere neurological experience, it may offer direct access to other dimensions that are not perceivable through the senses. Interaction with energy fields. Some people report that they can perceive energy fields around people and objects, which connects to the concept of the aura. 3. Access to hidden knowledge. Exploration of past lives. There are claims that one can access past life experiences through astral wanderings. Connection to the collective consciousness. Some theories suggest that through astral travel, consciousness can link to a universal field of knowledge, known as the Akashic Records in Eastern philosophy. Discovery of esoteric truths. Some esoteric traditions believe that astral travel allows access to knowledge not obtainable through conventional means. Exploring the physical world in non-conventional ways. Remote viewing. There are accounts of people who, through astral travel, have been able to witness events occurring in distant locations. Ability to explore. Real locations. Some claim they can visit places in the physical world and later verify details. Meeting other astral travelers. Certain individuals report that they can encounter and interact with others practicing astral projection and confirm shared experiences. 5. Enhancement of daily abilities. Increased intuition. Those who practice astral travel often say that their intuition improves, allowing them to sense things before they happen. Boost in creativity and inspiration. Some artists, writers, and musicians claim that this experience fuels their creative process. A deeper sense of peace and connection to the whole. The experience can provide a sense of inner peace and connection to something greater than the individual ego. If astral travel is more than just a psychological or neurological experience, it could serve as a pathway to exploring the nature of existence, consciousness, and reality. Even if its validity cannot be objectively proven, the experiences of those who practice it seem to lead them to a deeper understanding of themselves and the universe. So perhaps the real question is not, what can we learn through astral travel? But rather, are we ready to see the world and ourselves from a completely different perspective? Guide to Astral Travel. The most effective 7-step method. Astral travel requires deep relaxation, focus, and conscious control of awareness. The following guide combines the most popular techniques, such as the wake-induced lucid dream wild method, with traditional practices. Preparation. Creating the right environment. Choose a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Keep the room in dim light or darkness. Excessive brightness can disrupt relaxation. Lie down in a comfortable position, ideally on your back with your arms relaxed at your sides. Wear comfortable clothing and avoid heavy meals before practicing. Step 1. Relaxing the body and breath. Close your eyes and begin taking deep, slow breaths. Use the muscle relaxation method, starting from your toes and gradually moving up to your head. Let your body feel heavy and non-existent, as if sinking into the surface. Step 2. Maintaining conscious thought. As you relax, focus on the idea that your body is asleep, but your mind remains awake. Use the technique, "I will stay conscious as my body sleeps," repeating this thought like a mantra. Avoid drifting into full sleep. If you feel your focus slipping, gently bring your awareness back. Step 3. Visualization and vibrations. Mentally see your astral body detaching from the physical. Imagine yourself lightly lifting off your body. Feel a vibrational sensation or energy flow. This is a sign that your consciousness is detaching. If you don't feel vibrations, imagine yourself floating above your body or rising like a balloon. Step 4. The rope technique, one of the most effective methods. Imagine an invisible rope hanging above you. Mentally grab the rope and start climbing with your hands without moving your physical body. With each pull, feel your astral body separating further. Continue until you feel that you are completely outside your physical body. Step 5. The moment of separation. If you feel awe, fear, or excitement, the experience might stop suddenly. Stay calm and observe neutrally. If you begin to see the room from a different perspective or feel movement without moving your physical body, you have successfully detached. Step 6. Exploring the astral realm. At first, just observe your surroundings. Try to move with your thoughts, not using astral arms or legs. Think of a place and see if you teleport there. Experiment with your state of existence, but remain calm. Step 7. Returning to the body. When you feel ready to return, think strongly about your physical body and the sensation of waking up. Take deep breaths and try to gently move your fingers and toes. Open your eyes and record your experience in a journal to reinforce memory and analyze what worked well. Tips for best results: be patient. Astral travel doesn't always happen on the first try. Practice meditation and relaxation daily. Try the technique when you wake up in the middle of the night, e.g., after 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Don't be afraid. Fear is the #1 reason beginners fail to progress. Stay calm if you experience sleep paralysis. It's just a sign you're at the right stage for separation. Keep a record of your experiences. This helps with understanding and improving the practice. Astral travel can be a deep and transformative experience. Even if you're unsure whether it's real or just a mental phenomenon, it can offer self-awareness, heightened intuition, and a new perspective on existence. Are you ready for the journey? Astral travel as proof of the soul's existence and its eternity. If astral travel is indeed an experience where consciousness separates from the physical body, then this serves as a significant indication that we are not merely biological beings. If the self can exist independently of the brain, then we may possess an immaterial nature, something that many philosophies and religions refer to as the soul. Separation of body and consciousness. The experience of astral travel suggests the existence of a subtle body, independent of the physical form. This aligns with the Platonic and Neoplatonic view that the soul is distinct from the body and can survive after death. If our conscious self can travel outside the body and objectively perceive things, e.g., verified remote viewing experiences, then it is not necessarily bound by matter. 2. Similarities with near-death experiences, NDEs. Many people who have had near-death experiences, NDEs, describe the same sensation of separation from the body that occurs during astral travel. If consciousness can function outside the body in astral travel, why wouldn't the same apply after physical death? These reports indicate that consciousness is not exclusively dependent on the brain, supporting the existence of an immortal soul. Access to higher realms of consciousness. Many who have experienced astral travel report encounters with entities, luminous beings, or spaces resembling higher dimensions. This aligns with the idea that after death, the soul returns to a higher reality beyond the physical world. If one can indeed travel to such dimensions while still alive, this suggests that something beyond the material realm awaits us after death. The Akashic Records and Timeless Consciousness. Some claim that through astral travel they can access the Akashic Records, a supposed field where all universal knowledge is stored. If the soul has access to such information, it means that it is not confined to linear time or the brain's fragile memory. This implies that the soul is eternal and exists beyond space-time. Overcoming the fear of death and verifying eternity. Many who have undergone astral projection say that they have overcome their fear of death, as they now know that existence continues beyond the body. If consciousness temporarily survives outside the body during astral travel, then this opens up the possibility that it may continue after physical death. This aligns with the teachings of various philosophies and religions that support the immortality of the soul. Is astral travel proof of the soul? Although there is no scientific confirmation, the experiential nature of astral travel may serve as personal proof of the soul's existence. If we accept that the self can exist independently of the physical body, then this means consciousness is not merely a function of the brain. Our existence continues on different planes of reality. Death may not be the end, but a transition to another dimension. Perhaps astral travel is not just an experiment, but a window into our true nature, a soul that is not confined to the body and continues to exist beyond space and time.